Hey everyone, what's up? This is going to be a re-upload, and it was for you Spence fans that were claiming that Terrence Crawford was going to lose to Sean Porter. He's not going to be able to deal with the volume and all that stuff. Uh, we gave you examples in this fight with this, but this also applies to Spence. You're not going to be the Spence that throws 700, 800, 900 punches. That's just not going to occur in this fight, guys. And like we tried showing you with this film study, how Porter's going to be affected. Clean, effective punching, especially landing hard shots, it has a different effect on guys. And guys that you all thought was going to be this tough guy just because he was with Errol Spence, that guy did not show up, just like we told you. And I'm telling you, Spence ain't going to step like he said he's going to step in this fight either. He's a passive-aggressive fighter. You haven't even fought someone who hits as hard as Mean Machine. This is the first time this is new ground for Errol Spence, a man that can hurt you and end you if you make too many mistakes. So I don't think we're going to get the gung-ho Errol Spence. I just don't think we are. He's going to try to box. Well, we'll get into a more detailed prediction as we get closer to the fight. I don't have to give that opinion yet. But it's going to be the same deal. Inaccurate volume puncher. You understand. Your volume is going to get cut down in this fight. You're going to be in the fight where you have to make less mistakes and things like that. It's not going to be like Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter, Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia, Sean Porter versus Errol Spence, where these guys are throwing almost 1,000 punches at each other. That's just not going to happen. You're in with a sharpshooter, a guy who knows how to time and all kinds of stuff, pick and choose his shots, has high punch selection, can end you with both hands, hurt you with both hands. It's a whole different dynamic, and it is a new territory for Errol Spence, guys. Hate to break it to you. They kept you away for power punches for a reason. They brought you up very particularly for a reason. So we're just giving you a little intro and then we'll get into this, but it still applies for Spence as well. We'll talk to you guys later. All right, everyone. So this is going to be our first film into this film study series for Terrence Crawford versus Sean Porter. And of course, we're going to focus on Sean Porter first. People are under the impression, especially a lot of you PBC Errol Spence fans, that the same Porter that showed up for Errol Spence is going to be the same guy that Terrence Crawford is going to be up against. Well, this film study is to try to get you to understand that most likely won't be the case. You guys hated my Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence film study. You're probably not going to like this one as well. You guys are over here calling me racist and whatever the fuck you can invent again to, I don't know, try to help your reality out. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm showing you film, we're going to go ahead and we're going to first start on Sean Porter versus Julio Diaz, who I think was probably 8 years older than Porter by the time he fought Porter. This was considered Porter's first step-up fight. He was getting a lot of easy touches and he was performing very well. I'm trying to think what else. Julio Diaz, just FYI, was also a lightweight. I think he came from lightweight. He started from 135, moved up to 147, I believe. Porter, on the other hand, started his professional career at 165 pounds, and they knew they had to move down for him to even last. In boxing, if he would have stayed at the higher weights, he would have got demolished by a bunch of fighters. But we're going to show you rounds 3, 4 to begin with, and then we are going to transition to the last 2 rounds of the fight. This fight did end up in a draw, but we want to show you some tendencies and patterns of Sean Porter when he goes up against a guy who is willing to go toe-to-toe and go to war with him. And when these people, they start to actually land hard shots, you're going to see this not only play out for the Julio Diaz, you're going to see these same tendencies play out for Adrian Granados, and we're gonna show you, we're gonna end it with Ugas. You understand? Porter's not the warrior you guys think, contrary to popular belief. In fact, he doesn't like to get hit, and it demoralizes him to the point where he becomes self-defeated and he's willing to give up. He turns his back a lot. He'll walk away. He'll complain. You guys are going to see it right now. We're at 2 minutes, 40, basically 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and get into these rounds 3 and 4. Then we're going to transition to the last rounds 9 and 10. That Porter basically gives them away and allows Julio Diaz to tie the fight. Then we're going to transition to some rounds for Adrian Granados, and then we're going to end film study on Ugas again. So let's get into it. All right, people. So these are highlights from round 2. I highly suggest you guys do your own research. Go watch these fights so you can see the progression of what it is that I'm kind of just fast forwarding and trying to bring to your attention. Porter, he's been doing pretty good the first couple of rounds. We're going to enter round 3. Now, pay attention to this. This is called what I call blow time Porter. This is going to come up, dude. We're going to give you some audio cues. That's blow time Porter, okay? When he gets into these real crazy modes where he doesn't want to get hit and stuff, he's going to dip down below to the opponent's waist. So damn low, he's going to be like around their knees, and I will be calling it out as we go. As you can see here, Porter, he's a very good athlete. It's not that his boxing acumen is so high. It's more so the fact that he's a dedicated athlete. He has good agility, coordination, hand speed, foot speed. Pretty solid athlete, dude. If I were to rate him as an athlete, I'd give him an 8 out of 10. You understand? But he's got a versatile style, and it's all due to athleticism more so than it is boxing acumen. Now, he's been getting hit with some shots here and there. So when you see that little irky-jerky feint that you just saw him do, you're starting to see the signs of what I call spoil time Porter, where he's not Showtime, he's not Mr. I'm going to lunge in and just go all out like this is a Rocky Balboa movie. Look, there you go again. You know, with that little irky-jerky feint shit that he does. You know, he's not liking what's been hitting him from time to time, like that left hook. You know what I'm saying? And he's just going to get more agitated, and he's going to get more hyper-vigilant. He's just going to get more out of control, and his emotions and his adrenaline and stuff are eventually going to take over, you know, and he just can't help himself but go in fight mode. See, that's called the Cleveland do-si-do. You're going to see that a lot, too. Again, keep in mind that audio cue I just gave you, the Cleveland do-si-do. But as you can see, Porter, he's got good movement. His athleticism allows him to avoid punches like you just seen. And he's continuing to avoid, you know. He's got some pretty good basics, got some good coordination, agility, like I said. Great athlete, man. We can't hate on his athletic ability. So far, not too much going on in this round. Porter does, again, due to athleticism, has the ability to counter people. He's fighting these old slow fighters, you know, like the guy he's fighting right now at the end of his career, Julio Diaz. He can counter these guys. You're going to see it in the Ugas fight. You're going to see it in the Granados fight. And the punch that's going to give Terrence Crawford, there you go again, that whatever irky-jerky feint. But the punch that's going to give Terrence Crawford the most problem is just his lunging overhand right. If you watch the Granados fight again, make sure you guys are watching these fights on your own. Look at that nice right hand that just landed. Porter, you know, he's going to try to come back with his own, but as you can see, another good right hand. His overhand right, though, is going to be the most dangerous punch Crawford's going to have to watch out for. Porter with some good last 10 seconds. They're landing some nice clean punches, and they landed pretty solid too. But we're going to go over Crawford, how he's going to be able to combat this style. A lot of people already know what time it is, but we're just following through on our word from our last video. Sean Porter's great at putting his punches together, but they're more so pecking. You understand? These little pecks, and there's no power on him. But you just saw that right hand land right there, and it had a considerable effect on Sean Porter, you know. And these punches, they're doing some real damage. Round 3, definitely Sean Porter's round. But in this round, round 4, you're going to see another right hand landed hard, solid on Porter. And as you can see, Porter, he's not ready to be warrior Sean Porter that, is, in most people's minds when they think about Sean Porter. This dude's landing some nice body punches as well. See these little pecking shots that Porter's throwing? He's weary of that power, so he's not putting his full body and force into those punches. Again, these are pecks. They're not really doing nothing. See, he doesn't want to get hit with some real shit again. And you're starting to see he's not aggressive. He's doing his back foot game. He's being very hyper vigilant. Look at that nice right hand. Again, solid land. And Porter does not like these punches, guys. He does not like them at all. You don't see what he was doing to this guy, what he was doing to Errol Spence. Look at that nice left hook counter. Another left right, although they didn't land that solid. The right hand did land pretty nice, though. And nice body. You know what I'm saying? This guy's landing some nice, solid power punches in this round. And Porter, again, let's get back on the back foot. He becomes very apprehensive, becomes very timid, and it slowly just mentally breaks him down when he takes these type of shots, guys. And you're going to see in rounds 9 and 10 how he basically gives those rounds away, and it allows Julio Diaz to get the draw against him. This was a fight you were supposed to win, although they wanted to test the waters a little bit. Left hook, again. Julio Diaz's shots are landing with more power authority, and Sean Porter is slowly but surely just getting more gung-ho, more flight mode. And he's not aggressive. He's just doing what he did, what you all saw versus Ugas. And we're going to show you the Adrian Granados fight. Again, this is the Sean Porter that a lot of people don't talk about. Solid left hook to the body, came back up top, And Porter, again, this is just his athleticism. He's landing some nice punches in that sequence. Blow time Porter, when you start hitting him, you start getting to him. He's going to do that move where he dips below a fighter's waist, which is illegal. Hopefully, when he does that shit versus Terrence Crawford, the ref tells him it's illegal. You can't do that shit. But blow time Porter, there it is. Nice right hand, buddy. Eat that. And again, last 10 seconds, Porter definitely came on, but I don't think it was enough to win him that round. And, we're going to go ahead and transition to rounds 9 and 10, which are the last rounds of this fight. Here we are, round 9. Both guys announcing the fight have Porter up by 2 rounds. There are 2 rounds left. Sean Porter has been taking hard shots. He's been doing that pecking stuff. He's been doing the Cleveland shuffle. He's been doing the blow time Porter. But he's so frazzled at this point. He's very mentally frustrated. Another hard right by Julio Diaz. And these shots are having more considerable effect than the shots that Porter is, his little pecking shots are doing, Now, that was a decent punch by Sean Porter, but there's really no authority into it. You saw some jump cuts in these videos. My kids' daycare, I don't need you guys to know who my kids are and what daycare they go to. But you don't miss anything significant in those jump cuts. Again, I implore you guys to go watch these fights on your own, come to your own conclusion. But Porter, again, you're just seeing a little bit demoralization. There's not much emphasis in these punches that he's throwing in rounds 9 and 10. You can just see it in his body language. He tried to land that jab. Hard right, although it didn't land clean, but it's still doing more damage than these little pecking shots and stuff that Sean Porter is doing. But again, you're seeing a very not so gung-ho warrior Sean Porter. You're seeing the back foot Sean Porter. He doesn't want to engage because he doesn't want to get hit with any more hard shots. You've seen sequences like that in the Ugas fight where he actually got caught with a right that put him down. You know, these tendencies have been here forever, guys. Again, you can sit here and say, oh, he's gotten better, blah, 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 just like you did in my Spence film studies. Guys, the tendencies, patterns are still here. Again, this is film, people. This is not me fucking making this shit up as we go. You're going to see this in the future. Now, nice little sequence there, pecking shots, but they are scoring blows. But again, this guy's punch, like that left uppercut, definitely is doing the more damage. And it's making more of impressions on the judges. There you go, Cleveland Dosito. You're just doing too much to avoid confrontation in this fight. You're trying your best to be outside your element. You're not a counter puncher. You're not a back foot fighter. Although your athleticism gives you the appearance that you are, but again, you're doing this stuff because that nice hard right shook his fucking head. Another hard right hand by Julio Diaz. You know what I'm saying? These punches, like when you get a taste of your own medicine, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what to really do, and then you turn into this back foot fighter who becomes very timid, and you're not ready to go to war. In fact, you gave up your victory in this fight. That round, judges scored to Julio Diaz, and it's going to be the same deal for this 10th round. He allowed this man to come back. Nice combination by Porter, of course, but another nice combination, you know. Your dad probably told you, you got to do better. You got to make sure you secure this round, you know. But again, these are these peckings, and you hear guys like Danny Garcia say that this man has mosquito bites when he punches. And there's the fucking punch right there, a nice hard right hand. And again, and here's Porter. He's complaining about something. What are you complaining about, dude? Getting hit in your face? And this is the type of body language and just demoralization that I'm talking about. And now you're backpedaling, running around the ring. You know what I'm saying? Where's the warrior Sean Porter at? This is the fighter you guys are going to see up against Terrence Crawford. He's going to just slowly but surely, again, they exchange here, but Julio Diaz's punch has more emphasis on it. Has more hurt to it, and you're over here doing your Cleveland shuffle. You know what I'm saying? And just the complaining after you take a harsh punch, like, it just shows you really don't want to be there. Another hard right, Sean Porter's chin. He tries to come back with, of course, look at that nice hard right hand. Again, what's his name's just landing these punches with more authority, although due to Porter's hand speed and athleticism, his shit is more flashy and catchy. But look at this shit. What are you doing, bro? Look at those nice body punches. Again, these are what the refs or what the judges are seeing. Look at that nice overhand right that just landed. These are the things that are making an impression. Your little flashy shots, quick little pecking shots, dude. They're not, the judges, you know, tonight just weren't feeling that, you know. And against Ugas, that shit worked out for you, but tonight it's not going to work out for you guys. And again, majority of people feel that this man lost to Ugas and didn't deserve that victory. Julio's just landing with more authority. He's landing cleaner, harder blows. It's just as simple as that. You're turning your back. Your Cleveland shuffle. What are we doing? You need to score points. Nice hard right hand, landing on that jaw. You're still running. This is what's making the impression on the judges here. You know what I'm saying? And it all has to do with just you getting hit with hard punches that you don't look at your head, look at your body language. All right, let's transition to the next after a little monologue. All right, guys, I'm just trying to keep my word. We're going to end this as just a prelude into this series that's going to chronicle Porter versus Bud, film study series. This is just to give you a little introduction, give you a little backstory, a little history lesson. And again, just like my Manny versus Spence film studies, I had people that are like, Spence got better. Why are you going so far back? Again, this is just to show you, you know, the patterns and tendencies. Again, I'm going to fast forward into the future, and you're still going to see the same patterns, same tendencies. I did promise, or I did mention that I was going to include Granados and even fast forward to Ugas. That is going to be the second video in this series. After that, and depending on the comments, we'll see if I may need to make another video on Porter. But I truly believe this is the version of Porter that you are going to get. So after this next Porter video, where I do have Granados and Ugas and I show you the same damn tendencies, we are going to start focusing on Terrence Crawford and what I feel he's going to do to combat this type of style. Again, I mentioned in the video that Porter has a nice overhand right, and that is going to be the most dangerous punch he's going to present to Terrence Crawford. We're going to highlight those aspects as well. And again, I think you guys will just enjoy it, you know. But I got to call it a night. It's getting too late, and you know, I do have work tomorrow, and I do have a life and a career. So yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. And like I said, this is just a prelude. We'll be back, guys. Bye.